done so much together, but well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special.
You guys are hearing it now.
So let's jump in and take a look.
This is pretty neat.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years, but it's still a Bethesda RPG through.
I mean, that just looks good. Is
where
that
you step into a new world and you get that feeling?
I mean, is that like PC footage? Is that, you know?
But this time, it's not just one.
Is
world.
that Xbox Series S, X? What is that?
Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it.
I mean, look at that. I mean, that looks cool.
From the rocks at your feet to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
I mean, look.
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Oh, it's a moon. Okay, I was getting ready to say, my fear is it's going to be lots of planets with nothing on there, but
galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world.
Is that
based
St.
on
Louis?
The type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Does that look jittery to y'all? Like it wasn't smooth. You get what I'm saying? I know people's going to complain that it's only 30 frames per second.
And rewarding it,
but that looked a little jittery to me
in this game, given its scale. That usually involves exploring
which is
an area
worrisome.
You've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
An abandoned mine. Oh, if it's abandoned, why are there people there? That's my question. All right, so you got some FPS here. Oh, he's up in the air. Oh, is he reloading? Yep, reloading. It's like a P90 style sub he's got. Oh, now he's got a pistol. Now that went to third person. Why did it go to third person there? That's interesting. I don't know why it went to third person. Interesting mechanism how that gun works. Now I'm interested.
You to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship, your missions, and your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits.
Oh, look at that. I like this. I like this.
We just obsess over the details and food.
Oh, you can get you a sandwich, a space sandwich.
When you
get a space hot dog.
You can walk
I'm
back
only going to eat
or
space hot
fast travel
dogs.
to your ship.
Oh,
we
the
have
ship.
Companions and crew you can take with you.
You got your little
I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
Robot unit there. That's cool.
Let's head out.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration.
The wonder and majesty.
The romance of the golden age of early spaceflight.
The romance of the early golden age.
Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
Aliens.
It's that contrast.
They
that's where
copied
the visual interest
aliens,
is.
people.
Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch. A bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi. Where
dude, I mean, that straight up looks like the alien ship.
Worn and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is
I'm so wanting to be a captain.
It starts with the planet you're currently
I'm already
on.
excited.
You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key
I like
locations,
where they automatically
missions,
presume
or
there's
life on
other
them,
planets like Saturn.
versus the many
I'm
planets
just
that are
saying.
barren but resource heavy.
I don't know.
Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems.
I want to know the concept behind the grav drive.
The most distant ones.
I understand warp drive
we'll plot a course to
in
the
great
Alpha
detail.
Centauri system.
I even understand
the city
hyperdrives. I want to know about this grav drive. Or the Battlestar Galactica FTL. I want to know about the grav drive. Yes, I'm a sci-fi nerd if you haven't realized this. Oh, Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri? Last Starfighter? Nobody else is... Okay. I'm old. Last Starfighter, one of my favorite movies. Again, you see how the animation was all jittery? I'm just saying, if I was presenting my game, I would make sure everything looks as smooth as butter. Freaking melting Irish butter.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few
Johnny
moments of gameplay
Five.
that make the space feel like it's full
Nobody's
of
getting my
real
references.
characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Is that some type of
coffee.
dinosaur
It's
helmet?
also where your adventure
Duckbill
with
platypus
Constellation begins.
helmet? I don't like his spacesuits, very dumpy. They're also selling that watch for like $1 bazillion if you don't know. Was this the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last.
Now, if you're going to be on
explorers
here
in
as a
the
developer,
galaxy,
that's the
and they're
t-shirt you
trying to
wear.
find the answers
This
to some
guy's
of
got it
humanity's
down.
Biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact, if you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god, look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled system.
All right, that's a cool concept. That's horrible script writing. That means it is a set.
Ex-soldier and adventurer.
How you
now
get that?
Constellation's leader, Mateo, the theologian who believes that
Mateo's
there's
got a
definitely
weird hat.
something else out there.
Even though I have a hat similar to that I wear when it's
Sarah
cold.
Morgan's protege, and Walter,
Now I'm thinking about
a
it.
very successful businessman in
Walter.
the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the
True.
ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy, and
That guy's cool.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you
When
to
you spend
uncover.
all your money on programming instead of script writing.
The United
New
Colonies
Atlantis.
is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space.
Why that guy got the tattoos
People
like
who
on this
live
season's
here
Fortnite
value
skin?
law,
I'm just saying.
discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard?
Compared to the
help the United Colonies
false children of Earth? Who are these false
New
children?
Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies.
What are they mining?
Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space. The capital of the Freestar Collective is Aquila City.
Oh, I'm all about Westworld and outer
Is
space.
an Aquila City fixture.
I'm just gonna go
Ranger
there.
relies on judgment and intuition.
Oh, look at
to do
this.
What's best for the people.
The other guy was what's his name from Rip from Yellowstone.
Now known
See that?
throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
If you've got morality issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Is that Breaking Bad?
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still
There's some weird
plenty
stuff
of
in this.
unclaimed systems to explore.
Unclaimed
but these
systems.
areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
Hostile.
The Great Serpent hungers.
Why do these factions always got some type of
Dust in time.
a mascot?
Face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
You guys ever notice that on these games or movies, they portray the future? We're going out these planets to mine, right? We're always mining all these planets. And then if you get all these conspiracy theories about ancient aliens, they came here to mine. I'm just saying, I'm just connecting the dots here for you.
And I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see,
You notice all these employees have really cool hair and beards. I'm just saying. Another thing.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No physical damage.
Is this the beginning of Halo?
Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells?
Why is she carrying her
Any
arm?
of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want.
Why didn't they give him like a belly?
This new system has more
I didn't
to
make an
offer
OG
than
belly
ever before.
guy.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player
This
get
guy
as
like
close
a
as possible
real
to
life
make
action
whatever they
hero?
want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be.
Who you
That's where
wanna
backgrounds
be.
come in.
Persuasion, commerce, medicine, stealth, security, wellness, medicine, gastronomy.
From chef to dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed.
I'm gonna be an
while
arms
you're here.
expert.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals.
I'm gonna make an old
given
guy
what
who's an
happened the
arms
last time.
expert.
We're also
Who's
giving
an
you the
idiot on
option to
everything
customize
else.
your build even further by letting you pick up to 3
Maybe a
traits.
pilot.
Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and
Traits.
disadvantages. You could choose to meet your biggest fan.
By Vectera, by Vectera! Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew, and
I'm just saying the script writing on this is really
With
bad.
his constant commentary.
I can't believe
I would have done it totally different.
Breathing the same air.
Like not have the guy run up, you bump into him or something, and you know you're like,
My favorite
you're
trait
so and
is
so,
kid stuff.
and then
You have
something
to pay
goes
some
along where y'all
credits to
become
support your
friends.
parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
You can go visit your parents.
Oh my God!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
I'm worried is
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will
all
randomly
this
show
additional
up and try
details.
to kill
Is this going to help the game or
No matter what you
hurt
choose,
the game?
there'll be plenty of ways for you to tell
I'm a
your
little worried.
story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
we'll let you discover that on your own.
Oh, look at that. That's cool looking. I mean, the character creation is super cool. Like, wait till you get to see the spaceships. Oh.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin.
The journey
we took
begins.
What we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to
Why is he wearing a black golf visor?
Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
Okay. Got your rank tree.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
How does that relate? Xenosociology, that would be the study of exo societies. How does that turn into mind control?
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
The Mike Tyson. They call it the Mike Tyson. That's pretty cool, though.
That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone.
She must be a
about being
hitman player.
stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
Whoever
Fine,
says,
I'll issue you an access
I'm gonna go on
card.
this video game, and I'm gonna talk my way out of everything. Oh yeah, here's
like doing the
the visor guy is on the same page as me.
Guys and I throw landmines
Oh,
at them.
look at that. He's throwing landmines. Yeah. I'm in this guy's book. This guy who's like, let's talk our way out of it. There we go. That looks cool. Then again, you know, if the controls are good, pretty. Can't say it's not pretty.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games.
I hope so.
In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures.
Probably don't remember this, but when they released
to strike a balance
Skyrim,
between fun and realism.
basically all I had to say was
We
like,
studied data from
see
NASA
that mountain?
and a multitude of other sources
Out there!
to help us make the world
You can
feel
climb it.
believable.
And we all went,
From
what?
the way we approach
Because you never been able to do
planetary
that before.
atmospheres to the way we
I mean,
place
now it's like
biomes
everybody,
based
but you're
on the
like,
planet's
what?
distance from the sun.
You can climb it.
Once
Sold.
we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships. It's all out there.
How popular is outer space for you to run into someone? I'm just saying.
Rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space,
Unless you're like
you
heading
never
to
know what
like a
you'll
main
find.
planet, that makes sense. Now I'm wondering if they're editing these videos to not be choppy.
Space exploration is possible.
Oh,
Thanks
here
to
we
your
go.
ship.
Talking about ships.
Your ship is almost like having another character
Yes.
or home you can make all your own.
He
I think
knows.
you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can
Blown away. Blow me away,
do. You can
buddy.
buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running.
Hire me a
And
crew.
it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or
This
even
is
do a
like
little
it's gonna
smuggling.
fall apart.
For now, though,
That's cool.
we're going to take our starting ship,
That
the Frontier,
starting ship's pretty cool.
and make some changes.
Reminds me of
You
like
can
the
customize and upgrade everything you see here.
Serenity,
And you
Firefly,
have 2 ways to do that.
Firefly class.
You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields.
Such a nerd.
Or
right
you
here.
can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew.
Habitat module.
Adding cowling can change your ship's
Ooh.
overall silhouette.
Oh, look at that.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance
I
space
want to know
jumps.
about this grav drive.
You can even fully customize your paint job
Oh,
to
I'm
get
gonna
the
make a bright
exact
red
look
one.
you
Race
want.
car.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats.
Do you get to
They'll also
name
affect
it?
what you can do inside your ship.
A
You can have
hoe?
modules for crafting or for storing and displaying your weapons.
Oh, I'm all about that.
Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
Oh, you got me. That's pretty cool there. That's pretty cool.
Our modified Frontier is a practical
I
ship.
wish there was
but with
some
a little
more
creativity,
aerodynamic
your ship
looking
can
ones.
look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd,
Instead
but
of
one of my
like
favorite ways of
Lego-ish.
customizing ships
Like I said,
is,
they're going for the aliens
I make
movie
them look
look.
like animals.
Like I'm literally gonna look up the
HMS
aliens.
Platypus, as I called it, where it
Some
had
things are
like a
just-
giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's really whatever your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
I'm just saying that. That looks like
Ready to lift
that.
off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
I'm just
Some of the
saying.
members of
Look,
Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own
Lasers,
valuable
pilot,
skills for
rifle
your ships
certification,
and outposts,
Starship engineering
as
part.
well as
Oh,
unique quest lines.
Barrett looks like the cool guy.
Eventually, some friendships might
I
blossom
saw
into
they had like
romance.
weapons,
I don't
something.
know that
or-
I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign
bet you
crew to
do.
Your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics.
Johnny
of a mass machine.
5.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration
It looks like something else. I'm trying to pinpoint what that looks like.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Ship of your dreams.
And
Isn't
now,
that the
let's
Titanic?
take to
It
the
sunk.
sky.
Brains firing on all 8 cylinders on TV and movie references tonight if you're not catching on.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship.
I'm not sure if I
Telling
like
you
the
that you can do
cockpit
pretty much
style.
anything.
Almost
And that is
like
really
a
cool for us
comm
as
style, you
developers.
know? Like the
Spaceflight should be exciting
Galactica
and
style,
dangerous.
or
And
you don't have to be
should
Enterprise,
feel like
but
you're in complete control
this-
every step of the way.
very again, aliens
We've
and
extended that
Firefly.
sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your
I
engines
mean, it's
will
Star
make your ship
Wars game
faster.
right here on the TIE Fighter. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, all the way to the
Powering
most
up the
modern
grav
one.
drives will shorten
Yeah.
the amount of time it takes
This is nothing
before you
new.
can make a jump.
Oh, spooling up the FTL.
And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight.
Yeah, this is all like TIE Fighter versus X-Wing. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
You're not alone out there.
Literally something concept 20 years old. Just third person. Oh, it seems like when it goes to third person,
Unlocking the targeting control
which I'm sure it's
skill
easier,
will allow you to zero in
it
on
sort of
specific subsystems
takes you
the
out
ship
of
you
that
target.
moment of being in the moment. You know, your willing suspension of disbelief versus this right here almost gets, you know, taken out.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Space pirate style. Tool, are you watching this? Tool. Sea of Thieves, man.
Once you
Space
take
of
control
Thieves.
of an enemy ship, it's yours.
Oh, no, that's cool
Add it
looking.
to your fleet
I like
and
that
retrieve
little
it at any
aerodynamic
spaceport.
bow on it.
But space is way
It's
more
got
than
to have
fighting
some
for your
more
life.
expansion to the sides.
Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see. and
Problem
stops
is,
to
is
make
also, you know,
on
is
the way to your next
off
adventure.
Bethesda game. It's going to be single player.
Like
Like, if you
these
could team
massive
up with your
star
buddy
yards.
on this, this would be
Walk the
so
halls,
awesome.
Talk to the crew. Maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance.
That looks like Starship
Or
Troopers.
rub elbows
I
with
mean,
the
almost
galaxy's
exactly
wealthy
like
elite
it.
on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
Doctor
there are plenty
Who.
of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info.
David
or maybe
Tennant, the
even
second
commit an
season
act of
or third season, episode 1.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all the sandwiches and put them, you know, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things
Hey,
from
I'm gonna
people
say
as
it.
quickly as possible.
This chick's weird.
Some strangers might be looking
Her
for a little
ships
human
look
connection
like
in the darkness of space.
platypuses, and she steals sandwiches.
I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through.
That's a
It's really
good,
about
I
going
don't know
to
if you guys
strange
know
new
that. That's a
places,
really
meeting
good
interesting
camera
people,
angle. I'm
and
just
getting
commenting on
sidetracked
everything.
zany
Really good
adventures.
camera angle
Then
for that
realizing 2
presenter
hours
there.
later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the
You're
only ones
human.
to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
But how many is going to be actually
We want you to feel like explorers,
populated?
breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy.
With actual societies, you
We
know?
want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder.
Even if it's
sometimes a little fear.
pre-grav drive societies. Are there going to be planets with pre-grav drive societies where I will have the prom directive of not to interfere? I want to know. Or I can interfere, because I definitely would.
Hey everybody,
Hey,
we've
everybody.
shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break
Oh,
and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our
I'm gonna
game
look
worlds,
up how
and
this
we
is-
love
how
the
much is this.
opportunity
It's gonna be
to bring
stupid.
that into the real world with our
I know it's gonna be
collector's editions.
stupid.
And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Let me see here.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
It looks like it's $300, which I honestly thought was going to be more. I was expecting that thing to be like $600.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with
I had an Xbox headset. My head's too fat for it. If you got a fat, big head, like, you can't wear the Xbox headset. If you got a smaller head or if you're a kid, it's perfect for you. So my question is on that controller, well, you know how it says, showed like the throttle. Is that really your throttle? Like, is that literally telling you like what to do to play? Or is it just there for decor? If it's there for decor, but I mean, those are nice looking, both those nice looking pieces, but I want to know, are they just decor? And I like the very late 1970s style striping and everything. Love that stuff.
In every one of our games, we
Like
always put so much
if I knew
care
that headset
into
would
all
fit
those
my
little
fat
details
head,
that
I would get
breathe
it.
life into our worlds.
I love.
But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy.
No, it's not a world. It's
So
a
why go
galaxy.
this big with Starfield?
Why go
Because we
this
want to give
big?
you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience
That's a
both
cool looking
the
ship.
exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can
Yeah,
use for crafting,
I watch Star
building,
Trek, dude.
and customizing.
I know you always
I think
scan a
what's
planet.
Cool about this whole system that we generate the planet itself as a procedural content, but the handcrafted content itself comes as
See,
the
I'm
player
wondering if like
explore.
all the planets.
Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter.
Okay, that's what I'm wanting to know. If
or
there's
plants to
POIs.
pick up.
Is
It
it-
allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is
Okay.
known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments.
And I'm going-
Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of
I
them for
presume
us,
there's
we would be in
no,
your
because
debt.
all I see is
So even if your
humanoids
friends
everywhere.
were
There's
to
no
visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
planets of indigenous people that, you know, are going to be humanoid, but not human-like humanoid. You know, there's no going to be no Klingons or Cylons, which are, well, robots, but still. No Romulans. Space shotguns. Ooh. Space 1911s.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet.
Completely
Whether
up
you
to
want to
you.
explore and see what you can find.
Burn it down.
Harvest resources and be on your way. Or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying a whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. something you've never seen
I'm still
before.
worried they've created all this because out of the thousands of planets, 988 of them are going to be this. There's a whole bunch of plant life, rocks, and
Our biggest
animals.
goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel
Think
more
about it, if you're
filmed,
explaining a
to
whole
use
planet,
lighting and color
and there's no
to
major
really make it
cities,
feel
no
more
major
cinematic.
civilizations. How you run into them? You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you landed on Earth 1,000,000 years ago. So I'm just seeing a lot of like barren planet to me, like this. Okay, this doesn't, but you know, 99% of this is wildlife, undeveloped planets, or it's, you know, ruins. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely
After some exploring,
you'll get
you
to
can
see.
find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses, and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is
My
we have a
streaming's
fly cam,
falling.
where you can
I haven't
toggle
been paying
between
attention. I
on-foot
just watched it
building,
fall.
Or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves.
It was
So that way you
tacking,
can really
now it's
plan
not.
your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on
Spectrum
your feet,
sucks.
you can really decorate and fine-tune
Yep, it just
things
fell
much
right there.
easier.
Yeah.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Right here. It's
Mod your
y'all
weapons to
probably are
adapt them to
losing me.
your playstyle. Different
I give
weapon
up.
sights
I-
and scopes.
I'm not gonna be able to play games.
Larger magazines. A selection of grips and barrels. Different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance between like what's realistic, what's sim, and what's Hollywood. And I think we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more
It
dynamic.
seems like it's getting a
the
little healthier, my
animations are more
speeds.
fluid. It just feels great.
Alright, this thing's getting a little long-winded.
We
How
have
much?
more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before.
Let's
A
drop
lot
it.
of variety.